Two unique sights at San Marcos High tonight as the Santa Barbara Golden Tornado hosts the Sunny Hills Lancers for a Division VIII championship game. Not only that, but it's raining in a place that has been barren for months. The doom and gloom seem to represent Sunny Hills' first half, as the Santa Barbara defense has stopped them at every turn and held them to only one field goal. And you guys are Sunny Hills. It's clearly not sunny right now. What did the rain affect your guys' play at all, especially in the first half?
A little bit, but not too much. You know, our coaches prepared us really good. 2 days we were practicing in the pouring rain down in Fullerton, so it's not like we came out here out of our element. You know, we knew that it was going to be like this, and we prepared.
So comeback after comeback. You did it last week with the interception this week. How do you guys keep coming back? What's the secret?
I mean, I don't think it's a secret. I think it's just, you know, we talk a lot about, you know, being a family and loving each other and caring about the guy next to you, and all that sounds good, but when conflict happens, you turn on each other and fight each other and blame each other, then it's all not true. But if it's true, then when things go wrong, which they did tonight, which they did last week, which they did in the first round against Tustin, if all that's true, when conflict happens, you bond together. And I'm just so proud of our kids for doing that time and time again, and that's a lesson they're going to take the rest of their lives.
Talk about that game-winning reception. What was going through the minds of the team? I know you were on the sideline, but how did that feel, like just knowing it was all in the hands of the defense?
Yeah, man, it's tough when you're an offensive player because you always want the game to be in your hands. So when we're on our drive, you know, it feels good because it's in our hands. But on the sideline, we trust our brothers so much.
5 years in, you're CIF champion. What does it mean? Did you ever see this in your future?
You know, for us, it was just about incremental victories, right? So the very first year that we took over the program, we broke a league losing streak, and that was a big victory. And then the next year, we had a winning record, and that was a big victory. And then the following year, we won 8 games, which was the most in like 20 years, and that was a victory. So we've just sort of incrementally been improving, but this group in particular, at the very first day of spring practice, said we want to play 14 games, and we want to win the 14th game. And we did 14 40-yard sprints that first day. And so they've been visualizing it since May.
What's it been like just through the whole CIF playoffs? It's been comeback after comeback, even during the regular season. So what are the takeaways from all the comeback wins for you guys?
You know, it all just piled up. It really helped us. First game, we lost to Aliso Miguel by 1 point. You know, we have a nail biter with Tribuco. So all those games, you know, it helps us in the playoffs because we've never been in this position before. You know, we've been down, and this whole team, man, they know how to come back, and it's just the heart of the team, man. And it shows right now. It shows against Tribuco. It shows the whole playoffs. You know, we want this. You know, we want it. Yeah.
So I'm just proud of them because when there's that opportunity to run an extra sprint or do an extra rep in the weight room, these guys did it, and you saw it play out these playoffs.
What would you say to anybody who doesn't really know what your team's about, hasn't seen you play? What would you say to them?
Yeah, you know, we're a little bit slept on, but you come play Sunny Hills, you're gonna play smash mouth football, and then you're gonna get hit with some wide receivers on top. You know, we're gonna make plays regardless of your defense, regardless of what guys you got, because we got dudes too, and we got big time players that make big time plays in big time games, and you just saw that right now.
We're a bunch of kids from the neighborhood. All of our kids grew up in Fullerton. A bunch of them played Pop Warner together, and that's why they love each other, because they're a community, and a lot of them have known each other since they were little kids. And we still believe in the small town, you know, sort of well, we're not a small town, but in the local football program. And I think Santa Barbara's doing that too. It's pretty cool to watch. It was a good game.
It was a back-and-forth game, but in the end, the Sunny Hills Lancers pulled off the upset with a last-minute game-winning interception. The final score was 24-21, the Sunny Hills over Santa Barbara. Judah Brody reporting.